Okay, welcome home. I'm your anime manga mom. This week we're going to be talking about Romantic Killer. I went back and revisited the show that my sister-in-law had recommended to me. When I started it, I it was just too comedic for me. It had too high-pitched noises, and the slight overacting that happens with things that are more like dramatic or for a younger audience. Um, And my husband and I were discussing, he was saying that like telenovelas, he used to watch, Spanish telenovelas when he lived in California. Um, and he was like, why are they so like over the top? Why do they give people like these uh features that are just so exaggerated? And I said it was clearly intentional. It's not something that they accidentally did. It's for a purpose. And I think that a lot of Japanese dramas and anime have the same, like they do it on purpose. It's supposed to be a little over dramatic. Um, and s- I find that somewhat comforting, but I'm not always in the mood for it. Sometimes I want something a little more serious, a little more kind of realistic, a little darker, a little heavier. Uh, and I've gotten my fill of dark, heavy animation lately. Um, what with Vinland Saga and all. Um, and what did I watch before that? I don't know, but I've had a string of kind of heavier shows. So I was like, you know what? I need a little comedy. I need a little lightness, levity in my life. So I went back to Romantic Killer, and it fit the bill. It did exactly what I needed to. It was not annoying in the least. So a lot of it is mood related. Just what are you in the mood for? And so Romantic Killer is great. There's this girl. She's your standard otaku. She has her nerdiness leans towards gaming, and I know a lot of gamers. Most of them are guys, and so it kind of subverts your expectations. And here's this gamer girl. There are plenty of gamer girls out there, you know. Um, it just so happens that her gaming interferes with her social life. She kind of doesn't develop her friendships and her relationships enough. She takes her games to school, her portable games, so she plays at lunch and during recess. And while she's having fun, while she's leveling up and she's doing all these great things, it will eventually come back to bite her because relationships are important, and not having a few close ones, it it will get to you. So anything that you're doing that will interfere with your daily life, it's too much. Anyway, but the point of the show is there's this game that she orders. It's a romantic simulation game, and apparently the government of Japan is worried about the decline in birth rate and population decline. And so somehow they've imbued this game with magic powers. And there's a wizard that comes out. Now she's already clicked start, so she's in it. And the wizard is going to, for her, because she's, I guess, the beta tester, unbeknownst to her, it's going to make this romantic sim game real. So she's going to run across these hot guys and have these love triangles and whatnot. All the romantic tropes that you would see are going to happen in real life, thanks to this wizard. The wizard's name is Riri, and Riri can do magic and create scenarios that are hard for her to pass up. So she's going to have things happen that are out of her control that force her into these situations with these beautiful, beautiful guys. And she's going to, and for some reason, she has just decided, no, this sparks my competitive nature, and I'm not going to do what you told me to. And even though if I went along, I would get back my three greatest desires, which her three greatest uh, comforts in life are her cat, Momohiki. That's her uh, number one thing. then it's gaming, then it is chocolate. And so the wizard takes away access to all of these things, confiscates them, and now she has to get in a romantic relationship for this to for her to get these things back. Now, by golly, I'd be like, all right, sign me up. Let's go on a date. When this fails miserably, hey, at least I tried and I get my stuff back. But that's not the route she went. She decided that she's competitive and she's not going to be pushed around and told what to do. She's not going to fall for these guys. Eventually, the game will end and she will have to be given her belongings back. Um, the first guy she meets is Kazuki, and he is your reserved, quiet, brooding type, um, who she has to bring out of his shell or get to know on a more personal level and realize that he's not cold, he's just reserved. And then there's the popular jock, which would be Junta, and he has had a crush on her since childhood. Um, and he just so happened to be reunited with her. She doesn't even remember him. Uh, so she thinks that he's fake. Which, I mean, this wizard could very well have created a whole complete person because he has alternate identities. He's Riri, and he's got a female and a male that he can turn into and just stir up trouble whenever he deems it worthy, deems it necessary. Um, there's there's a couple of great visual gags in this. One is every time either she has to steel herself to do something difficult, or bootstrap it, or if she does something and feels accomplished, then she'll turn into this like kind of soldier warrior manly whatever figure, and I completely identify with this. It's kind of like the first time you change a tire or the first time you use a power tool or something, you just feel like, rah, I did it, Hooah. but um but I thought it was great to have a visual representation of that. Now there's also this thing where she hates cockroaches, and I do not blame her because where I come from, we have these cockroaches that come in when it like rains outside. We call them wood roaches. I don't know what their scientific name is, but they're like 2 inches long, and they'll come in, and oh my goodness, they can fly, and it's just absolutely terrifying. But you get yourself a heavy shoe and you smash it, and you don't have to worry about it. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm not a fan of cockroaches, and they can go ahead and die, but that's just me. Um, Now, if it were something a little bit more substantial, like a snake or mouse, I might freak out and call somebody. But for like a roach or a spider or something, I got it covered. As long as they're not on me, I'm good. But or poisonous. I don't like poisonous spiders. I find way too many of them. Anyway, but yeah, they'll draw the roach enough that you'll see what it is, and then they'll say, "Well, cockroaches are unseemly, so we're going to turn this into a slice of strawberry cake." so so you'll see this strawberry cake like running around on a screen. it's it's funny anyway. I appreciated it. Um, but yeah, so all the romantic tropes happen. The you fall and they catch you in a compromising position, or you know you have to pretend you're doing something. I don't know, just all the regular romantic tropes happen. There's the rich guy who decides that he's going to buy you off, and that one I totally am with her. I'm like, yeah, resist that one the heck. Because I just did not appreciate this guy's character. Of course, she presents a challenge to him, and he's like, you know what? There might be more to life than just having all of my whims catered to. And he develops more of a character, but still, he's not my favorite. I could have done the show without him. Um, and it doesn't wrap up as well as I'd like it to, you know? But yeah, I didn't like the way it wrapped up. I didn't feel like it was done. So there might be another season coming. We'll see. I'll watch it when it comes out. I really do appreciate it. Another one to watch if you want something that's pure comedy and you have Netflix is The Way of the House Husband. That one was hilarious. Might not be for younger viewers because you know, I found it fun because I was a housewife for several years, and so I know, what those deal with. So, but if you're a kid, it might not be as fun. Let me know what to watch next if you have any recommendations. I've done a lot of violent war epics and shonen battle things. I don't really feel like going back to that just yet. I still have Fruits Basket 2001 that I could watch, and a lot of people have recommended Violet Evergarden to me. Um, when I read the description of it, it seems like something I've already watched, so I'm just like, it's gonna be predictable, but so many people have it on a recommended list that I'm gonna have to give it a try. I mean, it's got to be worth watching. Um, anyway, I'm curious. I'll go for it. If you have any other recommendations, please let me know, or let me know if you've seen Romantic Killer, what you thought of it. Were there any tropes that you just found absolutely hilarious or way, way overdone? Of course, if it's a trope, it's going to be overdone, but just one that really irritated you or whatever. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great week and hope to see you again real soon. All right. Bye.